Hello there, welcome back guys. So today it all comes down to this. This day could be the end of the 2023-2024 NHL season. Tonight, we might know the name of the new Stanley Cup champions. And Connor McDavid with his Edmonton Oilers, they are down 3-0 in the series. They need to win 4 games in a row against a very strong Florida Panthers team. The odds are against them, but let's talk in this video what can they do in order to prevent getting swept by the Florida Panthers tonight. So guys, the NHL published an article today with the title "Oilers have a strong belief in our group despite facing a 3-0 series deficit." The odds are definitely against the Edmonton Oilers. Of the 28 previous teams to fall behind 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Final, 20 got swept. 5 lost in 5 games, 1 lost in 6, and 1 lost in 7. Only one team that was down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Final was able to come back miraculously and eventually win the Stanley Cup. But it was way back in time. In 1942, Toronto Maple Leafs eventually were able to come back from being 3 games to 0 down, and they eventually defeated Detroit Red Wings in 7 games. But that has been over 80 years ago. Of the 210 previous teams to fall behind 3-0 in the Stanley Cup playoffs, only 4 came back to win the series. That's 1.9%. Very bad numbers for the Edmonton Oilers. Despite their current situation, it seems that the players and also the coaches and everybody in Edmonton still has the belief that maybe they could make it. Maybe. We have a strong belief in our group, forward Zach Hyman has said. If there is any team that can do this, it's this team. I strongly believe that there is something about this team, we just don't give up. Well, theoretically, everything is possible, but we should see. I mean, it's 4 games. Defenseman Mattias Ekholm said that's all it is. We have had stretches of 8 games and 16 games throughout the regular season. We won 3 straight against Dallas, so we can do it. It's a matter of just finding the first win and go from there. These are the words of Mattias Ekholm. Obviously, the Oilers, they have their last opportunity, their last hope tonight. They have to win at home to at least prevent getting swept. And let's see if they can do it, guys. But there will be 3 main keys, in my opinion, for Edmonton to do it. So let's go through these 3 important keys for the Oilers that they will need to work on tonight. First key, let's start with Connor McDavid and also the other top guys. The top guys of the Edmonton Oilers, they just need to start producing. We know how good Connor McDavid is. We know how good Leon Draisaitl is. Evan Bouchard is a very good defenseman offensively as well. Zach Hyman has been over 50 goal scorer this season in the regular season. But this series against Florida, Connor McDavid, 0 goals. Leon Draisaitl, 0 goals. Zach Hyman, 0 goals. Evan Bouchard, 0 goals. When the top guys, I mean, it's always great when Ryan McLeod scores a goal, when like Broberg gets one in, but the top guys just need to produce. They need to really step up in this game tonight. Game 4 at home. They are down 3-0. This is it. This is their season on the line tonight. They just need to start producing. They just need to beat Sergei Bobrovsky in the net of the Florida Panthers. I think that will be the main key tonight. The top guys just need to come strong and they need to score those goals. That's the key number 1. The key number 2, the power play needs to start going. We know how good power play Edmonton has. The best maybe in history, the best in the current NHL, that is for sure. Their power play percentage before the series against Florida Panthers has been 37% in these playoffs, which is just a ridiculous number. But they have not been able to score a single goal on power play against Florida so far. That has been an issue. They just need to find a way to score on power play. They need to score on power play in order to turn this series around. In order to make a comeback, they need the power play again to be on 30% at the very least. So far, they have not been able to do so. And the third key, I believe, is not in the hands of Edmonton Oilers. but I think it will be all down to Sergei Bobrovsky. Oh my Dave, what a performance by Bobrovsky in this series so far, in these playoffs so far. Elliot Friedman, and obviously a very good analyst from Sportsnet CBC, he has said just recently that Sergei Bobrovsky, with his play in this final series, is making his case not only for the Conn Smythe Trophy these playoffs, but also he is making himself a case to be put in the Hockey Hall of Fame. That is for sure absolutely amazing by Sergei Bobrovsky. I do believe, guys, I am against the type of fans who just type the comments like, this is the worst Stanley Cup Final series we have seen for years. I strongly disagree with that, because I do believe that the Oilers have been outplaying Florida Panthers maybe for the majority of the games. Like, they have not been the worst team. Certainly not in the first game in Florida. Maybe in the second game in Florida it was more like Florida was a little bit better, but also like in the third game in Edmonton, I thought that the Oilers played well. You know, not much we can say about them. Like, obviously they made a couple of sloppy mistakes in the second period and Florida just capitalized on them. But the difference has been Sergei Bobrovsky, with those saves that he has been making consistently against the Edmonton Oilers top guys. Connor McDavid with a lot of shots on goal in that last game. He just wasn't able to beat Sergei Bobrovsky. Zach Hyman wasn't able to beat Sergei Bobrovsky. Leon Draisaitl wasn't not able to beat Sergei Bobrovsky. Sergei Bobrovsky has been the man to beat in this series, in these playoffs. He has been absolutely incredible. I think if we are making a case for the Conn Smythe Trophy winner, if Florida eventually will be able to win the Stanley Cup, which is very probable right now, I think Sergei Bobrovsky will be the front runner for the Conn Smythe Trophy. But the Oilers, obviously the whole of Canada is behind the Edmonton Oilers team. They just need to win tonight, even just to prevent getting swept, you know, just to get some positive energy in Edmonton, just to get some positive energy to their fans home in Edmonton. They just need to get this one tonight. It will be difficult. Florida is a great team, but I do believe these are the three important keys that Edmonton really needs tonight. The top guys, Connor McDavid, it's on you, man. And then Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, Evan Bouchard, they just need to find a way to score those goals. Number 2, power play needs to get going. Chris Knoblauch with a great power play since he took over. They just need to find a way to beat the penalty killers of the Florida Panthers. And Sergei Bobrovsky, he just needs to have some sloppy games here. He just needs to really just down his level a little bit, because he has been just ridiculously good so far. So I do believe these are the 3 keys for the Edmonton Oilers to eventually make a comeback tonight and maybe in the whole series. I don't know. We have read the article from the NHL.com, the last team to be able to make a comeback from being 3-0 down. Only one team ever has made a comeback in the Stanley Cup Final. That has been the Toronto Maple Leafs back in 1942, over 80 years ago. That has been quite a while. And, well, it's highly improbable that Edmonton will make a comeback, but they just need to win, I do believe, tonight's game. They just really need it. Let's see if they can make it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate all of you stopping by. And please, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Hit the like button as well. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. And tell me in the comments, what do you think? What will happen tonight? Will we have a new Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, or will the Oilers be able to at least win the first game in this Stanley Cup Final series? Tell me in the comments, guys. Thank you very much for being here, and have a good one. Bye, guys.